Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, STA Farms. So today on the farm, what we got going on is we're going to be moving some hay. I'm not sure how many loads we'll get done today. We're going to try to get as many done as we can. We'll be moving on my 16-foot flatbed trailer, 4 rows at a time. So y'all follow along and we'll see what all we can get done.
Aaron and his dad was able to move about 4 loads yesterday, I think he said. So that's equivalent to, that equates to 16 bales. We're gonna try to at least get this 1 load moved today. We got some other things to get done on the farm. So, get this 1 load moved and then get it home and unloaded. This is old bales, so I don't know that he really wants to count this toward the 40 bales needed to get us through the winter, or 40 bales estimated to get us through the winter. We'll wait and see. But our growing season has come to an end, so now it's just a matter of how long will our pastures hold up with what we have before we have to start putting hay out on a regular basis. But we've got 3 bales loaded already, and he's gone to get the 4th one. I don't know, that it's still holding up pretty good, but you can tell the strings. This is what this is what happens when your hay is set out exposed to weather. You can see right here where the center's more golden yellow, but the outside is brown. And sometimes that can go pretty deep into the core of the bale. I mean, they still might or might not eat on it. They'll get down to where it's more of the golden color. Like this right in here, it's kind of wet. So I'm not sure how much they'll eat of it. But you can see right here, as it comes along, how the bottom's more flat, and you can see it hanging off the sides there, and that's just where the strings have rotted with it sitting on the ground. And you can tell where it's been on the gravel because it's got rocks attached. So he's gonna put it on there and then try to push it up a little bit if it will go. And that's about as far as it's gonna go. All right, so he'll take the tractor back and I'll move the truck over there.
All right, guys, so we're here at the hay shed, and I'm gonna pan around here. As you can see, still pretty full. So we've got, yesterday me and Dad, we moved 16 rows. Still got some here on the outside. What you just seen us load was leftover hay from last year that we didn't really have a spot for under weather. So now me and Brandon's gonna walk around back here, and I just want to look in the back. Just want to look in the back and see. Sometimes when I put the hay in the shed, I get it too far back and it actually sometimes will fall over. And yesterday I was able to get a couple, or actually 4 bales that I've done that too. Went ahead and got those moved. Now I just want to look back here and see if there's anything back here that I need to grab on our next load. So this side here looks pretty good. The middle, it's as good as it can be with what it is. I'll probably, the way this looks, I don't know how well that's going to show up. I'll probably come back here and grab that bale there, the bale underneath it, and then those 2 over there on the ground. That'd be 1 load there. That'd be 4 bales right there. And then I think that'd be, I might go ahead and just get the other 3 back here too, because that does get, the way our, well, I don't know if you can, how well to show up, but that is basically not under the weather, I mean not under the cover there. And all of our weather comes from this direction, so that hay's still in pretty good shape. But instead of having it wait another year before it's used, we'll probably go ahead and get these, what was it, 2, 4, 6, 7, go ahead and get these 7 bales moved. And then on our lean-tos that we done, those are looking good. Those are plenty underneath cover. So, but I think that's probably what we'll do is I'll get these bales here and then the rest of what we need. So
I got over out the road enough that if somebody wants to come through, they can get through. There's not a lot of traffic on this road here, but my luck, as soon as I sat there blocking it, somebody would come. So with the hay bales, as heavy as they are, we don't usually strap this down. They ride pretty good. You're not gonna strap them, are you? No. So they ride pretty good through here.
hey guys, all right, so we've got the hay over here to the farm. Now we're going to get the tractor out, get it unloaded off the wagon, and then we'll take you over there. We'll put one of these bales out and then you can see what we've got done yesterday as far as moving the hay with me and Dad. So let's get this done.
So we kind of decided we don't really like the looks of any of these bales. We knew they were old bales. We was thinking about going ahead and putting one out. However, not really liking the looks of any of them, so we're going to kind of set them off to the side, and we will use these later on for maybe just like bedding when it's calling for snow and ice. When it's super muddy, we'll just put them down then, and if we don't use them, then we'll end up using them in a gully to kind of slow the water flow. Want to go ahead and put it out.
Yeah, you're right. I think I will.
So I'll come up here and open the gate after you get it.
Okay.
Be glad when he gets some of these new rings. That way they won't roll so lopsided. I'm gonna
Hey guys, all right, so just want to kind of give you an overview. We've got some hay moved over here. As you can see, we got 2 bales, 2 bales, 2 bales, so on and so forth. So what we're going to do, we're going to be moving the ring. I'm not going to put the ring on this one because that's where that green ring right there is going to come in. When we quit feeding hay over here, when it gets too muddy, we'll move that green ring right here. So what we'll do is, you see the gate here? They can't get in here. So there will be another gate right back here. It'll go right through here, and that'll prevent them from getting to these bales here. Then, whenever they get these 2 bales eat down and need more hay, instead of getting the tractor out and putting hay out, all we got to do is take this gate here down, move the rings if we need to. We got several rings, but we'll eventually have to move them. And then they'll have the next 2 bales, and then the next 2 bales, and so on and so forth until we get them all the way back there before where we was moving the fence, where the tractor is. Now, I think we're going to end up being able to get about 20 rows put out like this, which should hopefully last about 10 weeks once we start opening it up for them. Which, like I mentioned in a previous video, we won't actually be opening them up to this until the weather gets really bad and it's muddy. We're going to feed them out here until that happens. And then once that happens, we just open it up. And then that serves 2 purposes. One, the main thing is we have public jobs, and during the winter we don't get home before dark. So instead of having to put hay out after dark, then all we got to do is come out here and open a gate. And also it makes it to where you don't have to worry about getting your tractor started, let it warm up, go out, put out hay after dark, things like that. So it just works out really well for us. So we're going to get the hay rings moved over onto the hay, and then that'll have that. And one thing with these hay rings, we don't have a loader over here. But if you have to move these by hand like we have to over here, if you let gravity be your friend, it's a lot easier. So I know it's hard to see on the camera, but we're kind of on a little bit of a slope. So by lifting the rings up like this, it lets it go up a lot easier. And that is one thing during the winter that we do sometimes have problems with, is when it's really, really cold and we need to move the rings, sometimes the rings will be frozen into the mud or into the hay, and that can be a pain. It's a lot easier with a loader, but we most usually can get it by letting gravity be your friend. Of course, the other part of that is you can't let your hay ring hardly out of your hand, or it's going to roll down the hill.
So they still do serve their purpose. So least is the newer ring that we just moved over here the other week from his mom and dad's house. This angle kind of gives you a little bit more of a view on what he was talking about as far as we're on a slope, which kind of goes back to why we had the dirt work done. And the swell that we have, this well catches the water and keeps it from flooding the barn. Well, that's the idea. We're still working out the kinks on that.
So as you can see, with the amount of rings that we have, we don't have to move them every time that we open a gate. And we are planning on buying some more rings. Not sure how many more we're going to buy, 2, maybe 3. But basically, just open the gates, let them into the hay as they need it. And it's worked out really well for us over the last several years that we've done it like this. And that's how we do it. So,
all right, guys. We appreciate y'all following along with us while we got all this work done today. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, follow us along on our journey. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.